Guys, it's hard to rank every survivor in Survivor.io on a tier list from best to worst because we have to take things into account like their playability and awakened passive skills. While some survivors may not be the best to play with, they might have really good awakened passive skills that you can use on your main survivor to make them stronger. So instead of ranking them, I want to discuss which survivors are best suited for certain players and whether you should use Master Yang or Metallia. Common is the survivor that we all start with, and he's a good all-around character who boosts your skill damage, range, and reduces your cooldown. He's not bad, but when you want to get stronger, King is a survivor with a high crit rate and high crit damage, which are crucial in Survivor.io. If you're just starting out or don't want to spend much money, you might want to snag King while you can. She can certainly boost your damage numbers in Ender's Echo. And yes, King is a woman. Master Yang is better than King, even at lower levels, simply because he's permanently stronger. He has higher attack, higher HP, and when he's awakened, he can increase his own crit rate and crit damage. Once you get him to 3 stars and can use vulnerability, he will become very strong. You'll notice a quick difference here, but he can outperform King even at 1 star. He's effective even without SS grade equipment, but pairing him with the Voidwaker emblem can further increase his damage and crit rate. Metallia is considered the meta at high levels, but she will reduce your crit rate alongside the SS Necklace, which she is compatible with. So it's important to at least have an 88% crit rate before switching from Master Yang to Metallia. The closer to 100, the better. I made a video about the items that you need in the game to increase your crit rate, which I will link in the description. I also made one about increasing your crit damage, so I'll link that too. One reason why I'm not making a tier list is that while I personally would not use Raph over Metallia, his awakened passive skill is considered the new meta, especially at A6 right here. Additionally, when you obtain Raph, you can also get Leo, but you have to buy him. Both turtles have a passive skill that will inflict laceration, and this will allow you to deal additional damage to targets. The more you awaken Raph, the more you can increase this damage as well. Catnips also has a great passive skill that can increase drone damage when you evo them, so a lot of people do like to equip this maybe on the 2nd or 3rd slot. If you don't have Raph or Leo, you may want to use this, especially against bosses in Clan Expedition and in Ender's Echo. Worm's passive can increase crit damage by 10% when there are fewer than 3 monsters on the map. This can be very useful against some bosses, but there has to be fewer than 3 monsters, so this can increase your crit damage by 10%, which is pretty good. Every other survivor is playable, and some of them do have interesting passive skills, but the ones we just discussed are used more frequently. April has an interesting passive skill that will boost the attack and HP of pets, which may be useful in the future. We're going to get some new pets, so we're going to have to see how this turns out. Wesson's passive can increase your skill damage by 2% each time you loot 3 items, up to 10%, which can be helpful in some stages. All survivors have team skills that you can unlock when you level them up or upgrade them, and outfits can increase your permanent stats. So if you plan to play the game long term, it's recommended to obtain them all. But keep in mind that not all survivors are equally strong. For example, I would not use SpongeBob characters in Ender's Echo, but they're still fun to collect and use. That concludes our chat. If you have anything to add, please leave a comment below. Thank you so much for watching. Smash like, subscribe, and have a very good day. I'll see you guys later.